Hello everyone and welcome to Y channel. As I mentioned in the earlier videos, if you have any questions, please mention them in the comments. Now let's get into the topic. Have you ever thought how dangerous are supervolcanoes? Supervolcanoes emit up to 100 times more magma than ordinary active volcanoes. When they erupt, they can devastate entire continents and change the Earth's climate for decades afterwards. Supervolcanoes are also deceptive because they are barely discernible from the surface and don't form the familiar cone-shaped mountain usually associated with a volcano. Instead, after an eruption, the Earth's crust simply subsides. The world has experienced the eruption of at least two supervolcanoes in recent times. Taupo in New Zealand exploded 26,500 years ago, while the eruption of Toba on the island of Sumatra 74,000 years ago plunged the world into darkness for 6 years. The Earth's climate became much cooler, and genetic studies have shown that as few as 5 or 10,000 human beings survived the disaster. Today, there are still some supervolcanoes that lie dormant beneath the Earth's surface, and geoscientists cannot rule out the possibility that they may come back to life one day. The gigantic magma chamber beneath the supervolcano in Yellowstone National Park in the USA, for example, is 60 kilometers long, 40 kilometers wide, and 10 kilometers deep. It contains about 24,000 cubic meters of molten rock, and experts agree that an eruption is overdue. According to British geoscientists, there are two massive volcanoes in Europe that are also due to erupt. One is situated in the Phlegrean Fields near Naples, the other in the eastern Mediterranean close to the island of Kos. Scientists are calling for an international monitoring system equipped with many sensors to give sufficient warning of an impending catastrophic eruption. The Volcanic Explosivity Index, also known as VEI, is a relative measure of the explosiveness of volcanic eruptions. It was devised by Chris Newhall of the United States Geological Survey and Stephen Self at the University of Hawaii in 1982. Many of the Earth's most dangerous volcanoes are intensely studied by scientists and city planners. They are trying to better understand the volcano's behavior in order to improve the survival chances of the residents living in nearby towns and cities or farming their fertile slopes. Different sensors are also used to analyze small earth tremors around a volcano to look for signs of an impending eruption. For the same reason, detectors are placed on the volcano slopes to measure the composition of the gases emerging from the fissures. Despite all the work being done, precise predictions are still a long way off. Fortunately, some volcanoes announce an impending eruption by emitting increased amounts of smoke and ash, and this allows people to leave the danger zone in time. Cities at greater risk include Naples, built around the base of Mount Vesuvius, Seattle, which is endangered by Mount Rainier, Tokyo near Mount Fuji, and Mexico City near Popocatépetl. That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed our video. And finally, here's a question for you. Which one do you think is the most dangerous? A volcanic eruption or a meteor strike? Leave your answer in the comment section below. Until then, see you again in the next video.